Forget everything you thought you knew about a day at the beach. We're not talking about gentle waves, soft sand, and building sandcastles. Today, we're venturing to the edge of the world, to coastlines where the beauty is matched only by the raw, untamed danger, lurking just beneath the surface. These are places where you need more than just a bottle of sunscreen and a towel. You need a will to survive, a sharp mind, and a deep respect for the power of nature. These aren't your average holiday spots. Stepping foot on these sands is a guarantee of facing peril head-on, a true test of your instincts. After weeks of intensive research, diving deep into incident reports, geological data, and first-hand accounts, my team and I have compiled a list that is nothing short of mind-blowing. We're about to embark on an adrenaline-fueled countdown of the riskiest, most terrifying coastlines on the planet. From the thunderous roar of jet engines just feet overhead to the unseen powerful currents that can drag you out to sea in a heartbeat, these beaches redefine the meaning of extreme. This isn't about finding the best spot to relax, it's about understanding the immense forces that can turn paradise into a nightmare in an instant. So, buckle up, prepare yourselves for a journey that will challenge your perception of the ocean's edge. We're going to explore places where the thrill comes with a very real and present threat. These are the beaches that command respect, the ones that have claimed lives and serve as a stark reminder that we are merely visitors in a world governed by forces far greater than ourselves. This is your ultimate guide to the world's most dangerous beaches. Let's get into it. Our first stop takes us to the Caribbean, to the beautiful island of St. Martin. At first glance, Sunset Beach, or Maho Beach, as it's officially known, looks like paradise itself. You've got crystal clear turquoise water, brilliant white sand, and the warm Caribbean sun beating down. It's the kind of place you see on postcards, a dream destination for many. People flock here from all over the globe, cameras at the ready, to capture the perfect holiday snap. It's a scene of pure bliss, of relaxation and fun. But look a little closer, and you'll notice something's not quite right. The beach is unusually narrow, and just behind the sand, there isn't a line of palm trees or a quiet resort. There's a road, and right behind that, a chain-link fence. And behind that fence lies the reason this idyllic spot makes our list, the threshold of runway 10 at Princess Juliana International Airport. This isn't just an airport nearby. The runway literally ends just meters from the water's edge. The juxtaposition is jarring, a bizarre blend of natural beauty and heavy machinery. This unique, almost surreal proximity has turned Sunset Beach into a world-famous attraction. Tourists don't just come here for the sun and sea, they come for the planes. They gather in droves, lining the beach to witness the incredible spectacle of massive commercial airliners, including jumbo jets like the Boeing 747 and Airbus A340 coming in for a landing. The planes have to fly extraordinarily low over the beach to touch down on the relatively short runway, creating a breathtaking, almost unbelievable sight. It's a photographer's dream. The sight of a colossal aircraft, its landing gear down, seemingly close enough to touch as it skims over the heads of sunbathers, is a truly unique experience. The air crackles with excitement as each plane approaches. You can feel the ground rumble, the anticipation building as the shadow of the aircraft sweeps across the sand. People cheer, they wave, they hold up their phones to capture the moment. It feels like a party, a celebration of human engineering against a backdrop of natural splendor. But here's where the paradise facade begins to crumble. The landings, while visually spectacular, are only half the story. The real life-threatening danger comes not from the planes arriving, but from the ones taking off. When a heavy, fully fueled aircraft prepares for departure from this runway, it has to generate an incredible amount of thrust to get airborne. The pilots push the engines to their maximum power, and the resulting force is something that has to be experienced to be believed. This is the jet blast. This is the point where a fun day at the beach turns into a genuine survival situation. The signs posted along the fence are not suggestions, they are dire warnings. They explicitly state that the jet blast from departing and arriving aircraft can cause severe physical injury, or even death. Yet, day after day, thrill seekers ignore these warnings, clinging to the airport fence to feel the full, unadulterated power of a jet engine. They see it as a game, a test of strength against a multi-ton machine. The sheer power unleashed is phenomenal. It's not just a strong gust of wind, it's a hurricane-force blast of superheated air and fine particulate matter. It's a raw, physical force that can pick up loose sand, pebbles, and anything else not bolted down. turning them into high-speed projectiles. The noise is deafening, a visceral roar that vibrates through your entire body. It's a sensory overload, a moment of pure chaotic power that many find intoxicating. This intoxicating thrill, however, has had tragic consequences. People who underestimate the force of the jet blast are literally blown off their feet. They are sent tumbling across the sand and into the water, or worse, slammed against the concrete barriers and rocks that line the area. The injuries sustained range from cuts and bruises to broken bones, severe head trauma, and in at least one documented case, death. In 2017, a woman was killed after the force of the blast threw her backward, causing her to hit her head on a concrete structure. The local authorities have tried to deter this behavior. They've put up more signs, issued public warnings, and even patrolled the area. But the allure of the spectacle, amplified by countless viral videos shared online, proves too strong for many. The beach becomes an arena where human curiosity and the desire for a thrill clash directly with the unforgiving laws of physics. It's a stark reminder that heavy machinery and leisure activities are a deadly combination. So, while Sunset Beach offers a visual feast unlike any other, it stands as a powerful testament to the dangers of underestimating clear warnings. The juxtaposition of a serene Caribbean paradise with the raw, mechanical fury of modern aviation creates a perilous environment. It's a place where one wrong decision, one moment of carelessness can turn a dream holiday into a life-altering tragedy. This beach is beautiful, yes, but it demands your utmost respect and caution. Let's delve deeper into the specific phenomenon that makes Sunset Beach so treacherous, the jet blast. To understand the danger, you have to understand the physics at play. When a large aircraft, like a 747, prepares for takeoff, its engines need to generate millions of pounds of thrust. This is achieved by sucking in vast quantities of air, compressing it, mixing it with fuel, and igniting it. The resulting explosion of hot gas is directed out the back of the engine at incredible speeds. Standing behind a jet engine at full throttle is like standing in the path of a man-made hurricane. The wind speeds can easily exceed 100 miles per hour, or 160 kilometers per hour. This isn't just wind, it's a focused, violent torrent of air capable of knocking a grown man off his feet as if he were a bowling pin. The temperature of this blast can also be extremely high, posing a risk of burns to anyone too close. It's a force that is simply not meant to be experienced by the human body. So why do people do it? For many, it's the ultimate adrenaline rush. It's a test of endurance, a story to tell. Viral videos have glorified the act, showing people laughing and screaming as they're blasted by the wind, their clothes flapping wildly, their hair blown straight back. It looks like chaotic fun, a harmless bit of daredevilry. The participants are often described as fence riders, clinging to the chain-link fence that separates the beach from the runway, trying to withstand the onslaught. But the reality is far from a harmless game. The blast doesn't just contain air, it picks up everything in its path. Sand, small rocks, and other debris are transformed into a hail of tiny, high-velocity projectiles. This sand-blasting effect can cause serious eye injuries, cuts, and abrasions all over the body. Imagine being pelted by thousands of tiny needles at once. That's the sensation people describe. It's painful and disorienting, and that's before the main force of the wind hits you. The list of documented injuries is long and sobering. People have been blown into the ocean, risking drowning. Others have been thrown against the low concrete wall that borders the road, resulting in broken bones, concussions, and severe spinal injuries. The force is so immense that it can literally lift you off the ground and toss you like a rag doll. There is no controlling your movement once the blast hits you. You are completely at its mercy. The 2017 fatality was a tragic wake-up call, but it wasn't an isolated incident. A young woman was seriously injured in 2012 when she was blown from the fence and hit her head on a concrete curb, fracturing her skull. Countless other, less severe injuries go unreported every year. The danger is not theoretical, it's a proven, recurring event. The thrill seekers are playing a game of Russian roulette with a jet engine, and the odds are not in their favor. Despite the obvious risks, the spectacle continues to draw crowds. The local government and airport authorities are in a difficult position. The beach is a massive tourist draw for the island, bringing in significant revenue. Closing the beach would be economically damaging, but allowing the dangerous behavior to continue is a constant liability. They've resorted to installing more prominent warning signs and even police patrols, but the allure of the jet blast ride is a powerful one. This phenomenon highlights a fascinating and dangerous aspect of human psychology, the desire to flirt with danger, to push boundaries and feel a rush that normal life doesn't provide. People see the warning signs not as a deterrent, but as a challenge. They see the videos online and want to experience it for themselves, often underestimating the true power they are about to face. They are caught up in the excitement of the moment, surrounded by a cheering crowd. The experience itself is a total sensory assault. The sound is the first thing that hits you, a deafening, all-consuming roar that drowns out everything else. Then comes the wind, a physical punch that tests your grip and your balance. Your world is reduced to clinging on for dear life as chaos erupts around you. For a few seconds you are at the heart of an artificial storm, a vortex of power that is both terrifying and for some exhilarating. But the thrill is fleeting and the consequences can be permanent. A few seconds of adrenaline are not worth a lifetime of injury or worse. The jet blast at Sunset Beach is a perfect example of a man-made danger superimposed onto a natural landscape. It serves as a brutal lesson in respecting power, whether it comes from nature or from a machine. The spectacle is undeniable, but the risk is real, and it is deadly. We now travel across the Pacific to the island of Kauai, Hawaii, home to the legendary Nepali coast. Here, nestled along one of the most stunning coastlines on Earth, is Hanakapi'ai Beach. To reach it, you must undertake a challenging 2-mile hike along the Kalalau Trail, a path famous for its breathtaking views and honestly, its treacherous terrain. After navigating muddy slopes and steep switchbacks, the trail descends into a lush valley, and you are rewarded with a sight of otherworldly beauty. Hanakapi'ai Beach appears to be the ultimate prize. It's a secluded crescent of golden sand, framed by towering emerald-green cliffs that have been carved by centuries of wind and rain. A freshwater stream flows from the valley, pooling behind the beach before meeting the sea. The water is a dazzling shade of blue, and the waves crash onto the shore with a powerful, hypnotic rhythm. It looks like an untouched paradise, a secret corner of the world, reserved for those willing to make the journey. But this beauty is a mask, a deceptive facade that hides a deadly secret. Hanakapi'ai is consistently ranked as one of the most dangerous beaches in the world, not because of sharks or man-made hazards, but because of the ocean itself. The danger here is invisible, a hidden trap waiting for the unsuspecting swimmer. Unlike many of Hawaii's famous beaches, Hanakapi'ai has no offshore reef to break the force of the incoming waves. Without a protective reef, the full raw power of the Pacific Ocean slams directly onto the shore. This creates incredibly powerful waves and, more importantly, treacherous rip currents. Rip currents are strong, narrow channels of water that flow rapidly away from the shore, moving faster than even an Olympic swimmer can swim. They are the #1 hazard on surf beaches, and at Hanakapi'ai, they are notoriously strong and unpredictable. Swimmers who enter the water can be caught in one of these currents in an instant. The pull is immediate and relentless. Panic is the natural reaction, and swimmers often try to fight the current, swimming directly back towards the shore. This is a fatal mistake. It exhausts the swimmer, who is making no progress against the powerful flow of water. They are quickly dragged further and further out to sea, into deeper water, with even larger waves. The statistics are grim and speak for themselves. As you approach the beach from the trail, you are greeted by a stark, hand-carved wooden sign. It doesn't mince words. It reads, "Warning, do not go near the water. Unseen currents have killed many people." Below this chilling message is a series of tally marks, a somber and ever-growing count of the number of people who have drowned here. Each mark represents a life lost, a visitor who was seduced by the beauty and paid the ultimate price. The local community and State Park Service are adamant in their warnings. There are no lifeguards here. The beach is too remote. If you get into trouble, you are on your own. The nearest help is miles away, accessible only by a difficult trail or by helicopter, which often cannot fly due to the unpredictable weather and treacherous cliffs of the Nepali coast. The isolation that makes the beach so beautiful also makes it incredibly dangerous. Even wading in the shallows can be perilous. The shore break, the point where the waves break directly on the sand, is notoriously powerful. A single unexpected wave can knock you off your feet and drag you into the grip of a rip current before you even realize what's happening. The sand shelf drops off steeply, meaning you can go from ankle deep to way over your head in just a few steps. It's a trap, pure and simple. The saddest part is that many of the drowning victims are strong swimmers. They are confident in their abilities and underestimate the power of the ocean. They see the calm-looking surface between the breaking waves and think it's a safe place to swim, not realizing that this calm-looking area is the rip current itself, the path of least resistance for the water returning to sea. Their confidence becomes their downfall. The message from everyone who knows this place is unanimous. Admire the beauty of Hanakapi'ai beach from the safety of the sand. Take your photos, feel the spray on your face, but do not enter the water. It doesn't matter how hot you are from the hike, how inviting the water looks, or how skilled a swimmer you think you are. The risks are simply too great. The tally marks on that warning sign are a heartbreaking testament to that fact. This is nature in its most raw and unforgiving form. Our final destination takes us to the rugged coast of South Africa, to a town called Gansbaai. This small fishing village has earned a formidable global reputation for one reason above all others. It is the great white shark capital of the world. The waters here are teeming with these magnificent and honestly terrifying apex predators, more so than almost anywhere else on the planet. This isn't a place where you might see a shark, it's a place where you are almost guaranteed to. The reason for this incredible density of great white sharks lies just offshore, in a narrow channel of water between two islands, Dyer Island and Geyser Rock. This channel has a chilling nickname, Shark Alley. Geyser Rock is home to a massive colony of some 60,000 Cape Fur seals. For the great white sharks, this is an all-you-can-eat buffet. The seals are their primary food source, and the sharks patrol these waters relentlessly, hunting. This natural phenomenon has given rise to a booming and controversial industry, shark cage diving. Tourists from all over the world flock to Gansbaai for the chance to come face-to-face with a great white shark from the relative safety of a submerged metal cage. Tour operators use bait and chum, a mixture of fish parts and blood, to lure the sharks closer to the boats, ensuring their clients get the thrilling encounter they paid for. The experience is undeniably intense. From inside the cage, you get a front-row seat to one of nature's most perfect predators. Seeing a 15-foot, 2-ton great white shark emerge from the murky green water, its powerful tail propelling it forward, its black eyes fixed on the bait, is a moment you will never forget. You can feel the power, the raw, primal energy of the animal. It's both terrifying and awe-inspiring. However, the practice of shark cage diving is not without its critics. Some conservationists and marine biologists argue that chumming the water alters the shark's natural behavior. It teaches them to associate humans and boats with food, which could potentially increase the risk of negative interactions. There are also concerns that it turns these wild animals into a tourist spectacle, diminishing their wildness for the sake of a thrill and a photograph. And what about the danger to people outside the cage? While cage diving operators have a strong safety record, the sheer number of sharks in the area makes any water activity incredibly risky. The nearby beaches, such as Peril Beach, are known for their beauty but are also squarely in the sharks' hunting ground. Swimming or surfing here is like playing in the lion's den. The risk of a fatal encounter is statistically low, but it is very, very real. Surfers are particularly at risk. From below, the silhouette of a surfer on a board can look remarkably similar to that of a seal, the shark's preferred prey. Many shark attacks are believed to be cases of mistaken identity. The shark takes an exploratory bite, realizes its mistake, and swims away. But for the human victim, even an exploratory bite from a great white shark can be catastrophic, causing massive blood loss and life-threatening injuries. The local community has learned to live with their famous residents. There are shark spotter programs in place at some of the more popular beaches, where lookouts scan the water from elevated positions, ready to sound a siren if a shark is sighted. But these systems aren't foolproof, and they don't cover the entire coastline. Anyone entering the water at Gansbaai does so with the implicit knowledge that they are not at the top of the food chain. The waters of Gansbaai are a wild frontier. They are a place where the brutal and beautiful cycle of life and death plays out every single day. The presence of so many great white sharks is actually a sign of a healthy marine ecosystem, with a strong food chain. But it also makes these waters one of the most dangerous places in the world for a human to take a swim. Admiring these animals from the safety of a boat or a cage is one thing, but venturing into their territory unprotected is another matter entirely. The coastline around Gansbai is a stark reminder of our place in the natural world. It's a place of incredible power and primal fear. It's beautiful, it's wild, and for the unprepared, it can be deadly. This is Shark Alley, and it demands your absolute respect. So, there you have it, a journey to the world's most dangerous coastlines. From the man-made fury of jet engines at Sunset Beach to the invisible deadly currents of Hanakapi'ai and the apex predators of Shark Alley, these are beaches that are not for the faint of heart. They are places where the stunning beauty of nature collides with extreme, life-threatening danger. These shores command more than just admiration. They demand our caution, our awareness, and our profound respect. They are a powerful reminder that the world is not our playground. My advice? Admire these incredible places from a safe distance. Let the professionals, the scientists, and the highly trained guides be the ones who navigate these treacherous environments. Heed the warning signs, listen to the local advice, and never ever underestimate the power of the natural world. The photos and videos are spectacular, but they can't convey the true, visceral danger that exists in these locations. Respecting nature means knowing your limits and understanding that some places are best left observed, not experienced firsthand. In the end, survival is about making smart decisions. It's about weighing the thrill against the risk. And as we've seen today, at these beaches, the stakes are as high as they get. Remember that your life is more valuable than any adrenaline rush or social media post. Be smart, stay safe, and know when to walk away. Because sometimes, the thrill just isn't worth the risk.